Let's just do this dynamically. Inhale, arms at the sides. Exhale. As I do this, I'm bending the knees and releasing my head. Inhale, I'm going to have a slight back arch, and I'm visualizing the radiant sun out of my heart. Exhale, hands to the heart, the center of the sun. Inhale, visualizing that radiant sun. Feel the rays of light all around you in this beautiful Sunday. I'm just going to do a simple chant to the sun. Suryaye Namaha just means I honor the sun, and the sun represents the soul. If you believe in an individual soul or a cosmic soul, or just think of it as light in the heart. Suryaye Namaha. Feel free to repeat on your own. I will continue. Suryaye Namaha. Visualize the sun as you do this. Suryaye Namaha. Drawing the belly in as you do that ha. Suryaye Namaha. Make an intention for yourself this morning. Might have to do with something physical, something emotional, or something spiritual. And when you're ready, either with your feet apart or together, bring your hands down. Inhale, arms coming up. Exhale, hands coming down. Releasing the neck and shoulders as you do that. Exhale, feeling the feet and looking at the feet. Inhale, arms coming up. And exhale, arms coming down as you bend the knees, with the knees tracking over the second toes. Trying to feel both feet evenly, both hips evenly. Release the neck and shoulders, flossing through the upper back, neck and shoulders, the whole back, the whole legs into the feet. I'm going to add the Suryaye Namaha on the exhale that you can join or listen to. Suryaye Namaha. Inhale, feel the radiating sun coming out of the center of the sun at the heart. Suryaye Namaha. Inhale. Suryaye Namaha. And just stand in Samastiti with straight legs or a slight bend in the knees, whatever feels better. So for some people, bending the knees will feel better in the knees. Other people actually pulling up on the kneecaps, engaging the thighs will feel very grounding and stabilizing. And moving on to our Tadasana palm tree pose. I usually do this with the legs together. Feel free to put a pillow or prop between the legs. This can help you squeeze into the center line. This is not necessary, but if it feels good. And I'm just going to do one adjustment here so I can see you all better. There you go. All right. So inhale, coming up. And you can interlock the fingers if you like. And exhale, coming down. You can bend your knees at the bottom or keep pulling up on your thighs, your choice. Inhale. Radiating like the sun. Palms together and up or interlocking the fingers. And your chin can be slightly down, Jalandhara Bandha chin lock. Exhale. So you do that ha sound with open mouth or closed mouth, ujjayi. Inhale up. And exhale down. At the end of the exhale, especially for flat feet, you can try lifting your toes and see what that feels like to create an arch for your feet. And for all of us, this strengthens that arch if you can do it. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, coming down. Walter's going to come to class. He's going to the library. I'm just going to adjust the camera just a smidge. There, that'll be better. Okay, all right. All right, so we're going to move on. We did this last week. You're going to inhale, bring your arms up. And exhale, coming down, bend the knees. Utkatasana, release the hands down. Bend the knees a lot. Your feet can be either together or apart. Inhale, coming up. Adding that Suryaye Namaha. Suryaye Namaha. Inhale, feel that radiating sun. You can look up slightly if you like on the inhale. Exhale. Suryaye Namaha. Inhale. Suryaye Namaha. And coming up, inhale, and then exhale, just bring the hands through the center. And find your samastitihi, even standing pose. And we're going to move on to our next exercise. You're going to inhale, bring the arms up in front of you. Exhale, standing on your easier side, bring one leg up and the hands down by your sides. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, other side, flexing the toes if you like. Inhale. Keep this going side to side in your own time. It doesn't have to be with me. And if you like, on that exhale, you could point the toes, just have a little bit of variation, flossing through the feet. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point. And this is definitely working with hip stability, as well as the dynamic stretch for the hamstrings and the feet. You'll probably find it easier to keep your focus slightly down, about 6 feet in front of you, to keep your balance. You can alternatively look on the horizon. If you do that, it will have a more enlivening effect on you, a little more extroverted. Looking down is a bit more introverted or internal. This is how my teachers do it in India. Other traditions look straight ahead to keep alignment of the neck, and that's an option. Just know energetically it's a bit different. And release, exhale, hands down by your sides, finding your asana-s. Notice your breath, pulling up on the kneecaps, squeezing into the center line, or bending the knees. Feet together or apart. And feel your feet on the ground. Maybe lift your toes. You notice that one foot is weighting a little bit more than the other. We're going to go to the side now. Inhale, arms up by your sides. And exhale, whatever side feels better, your easier side, you can point your toes. As you do that, exhale, and try to keep your body center. Inhale, coming up, flexing feet. Exhale, pointing that toe that's going out. Your own breath timing, pausing between inhale and exhale. Really standing on that leg, so don't tip to the side. Try to keep straight up and down the whole time you're moving. So when you go to the side, keep standing even taller on that standing leg, and keep the crown of your head pulling towards the ceiling, like there's a string from the crown of the head linked to the ceiling and beyond. Yogis actually say we have an energetic string that connects us to the divine through the top of our heads, the Brahma chakra. And finishing up, exhale, hands down by your sides. Feel your breath. Inhale through the nostrils to the belly, exhale from the belly to the nostrils. This is a breath meditation. Feel the breath move. Inhale, down, and exhale, up and out. Inhale, in and down. Exhale, up and out. Notice how that breath is moving your spine very subtly. As you inhale, slight back arch. Exhale, slight contraction. And notice if your awareness is more on one side of the body versus the other. And you try to even that out. And when you're ready, we're going to work with the back body. Inhale, the arms coming in front of us. And at the top of the inhale, you can bring the chin down. Jalandhara, squeezing the neck. That feels good for your neck. Exhale, hands down by your sides, tipping forward, pointing the toes perhaps, and going to your place. You might not go very far, or you could go halfway down if you want to challenge yourself a bit. Inhale, flexing the toes and really pulling up on that standing leg as you come to the center, chin down. Exhale, pelvic floor, lower belly, belly button in, chest falls. Inhale, upper back, middle back, lower back, full belly expands. Exhale, pelvic floor, lower belly, belly button in, chest falls. Inhale, upper back, middle back, lower back, full belly expands. Keep this going your own timing. A few more times, pendulating side to side, which is said to help balance the hemispheres of the brain, the nervous system, bilateral stimulation. Inhale up, exhale down. And just finishing your last round. And exhale, release. And just noticing how you feel. Feel your feet. Where's your weight? Likely shifting side to side a little bit. You might feel like one leg is not firing quite the same as the other. It's not engaging. It's not waiting. Okay, so we're going to encourage a little bit more heat in the body before we stretch the legs in standing. I'm going to introduce that today. Bringing the feet apart, Utkatasana. All right, so we're going to do a few things with this. You're going to inhale, bring your arms to the sides, and your knees are aligned with about your second toe as you bend your knees, and your feet are hip width apart, like you're downhill skiing if you're familiar with that sport. Inhale, opening like the sun at the heart. You can visualize that. Exhale, finding the ground, finding your feet, bending the knees, releasing neck and shoulders, and you can give yourself a hug if you like as you do that. Exhale, inhale, opening the heart. For some of you with neck and shoulder stuff, this will feel good. Exhale, crossing the other direction, and finding the feet. Inhale, expanding. Exhale, grounding. Keep this going your own timing. You can take it up a notch by bending even more. On that exhale, bending as low as you can, keeping the knees tracking over those second toes. And feeling both feet. This is very good for balancing the pelvis. Working the whole body here. Remembering the breath as you exhale, belly to chest. Inhale, chest to belly, or upper back to lower back. Whatever works for you as a cue. I like to inhale down the back body and exhale up the front body to make a circle of it. It's not classical, but it's been a discovery of mine to make the breath more even in the upper body, so we're not flaring our ribs forward and increasing sway back or lordosis. And just finishing up. And coming to standing. And now notice as you rest here, how you feel. Feel the breath slow down. It's like you've gone for a run. Inhale, breath moving from the nostrils to the belly. Exhale, belly to nostrils. And as you do this, you might start to feel a sensation of a downward flow of energy down the legs into the feet. Start to feel this is called a panavaya, the downward flow of energy. If you ever had cranial sacral work done, you might have experienced that feeling as well, from the sacrum down into the legs and feet. And moving on, so this next one, you can do it with legs together or apart. And if you like, you can add a belt on your ankles. So take your belt and you can put this just above the ankle bone if you like. This is an option. Or you can use a band, a physio band as well, that will work. I like the firmness of the belt. And your feet, for this one, I like to have my feet hip width apart. Let me come back here a little bit, hopefully you can see my feet. Yep. Okay, so this one, we're going to bring our hands up the front. As you inhale, bring your arms up in the front. And exhale, bend the knees. Now, as you bend your knees, press out so that your knees track over your little toes. Now this time we're going to stay with our knees bent. As you inhale, you're going to bring your heels up and maybe your hands halfway up or all the way up. This is more challenging if you bring them all the way up, so pick your medicine. Exhale, bend the knees and find your full Ardha in Tadasana, half squat. Inhale, balancing. You can do this also holding onto a wall or a chair. Pressing out. You should feel your ankles being strengthened by this as well as your feet. As you do that exhale, I encourage you also to lift your toes, create that arch in your feet. Good for all of our feet. Even if you don't have flat feet, very helpful. Inhale, coming up onto the toes. And exhale. So when you're coming up on the toes, keep the knees bent. So you're keeping the knees bent as you come up on the toes. Keep the knees bent. You're in a squat. And again, for balance, as you exhale, coming down, feel your heels, lift your toes. You might want to just keep your hands halfway up during that inhale. So that can be helpful. Keep your knees bent as you do that inhale, and exhale. Bring your heels down. So just lifting the heels up and down. Inhale, keep the knees bent, lift the heels. And exhale. Your legs might be burning about now. Keep it going a few more if you can, or rest. And if you want to challenge yourself, stay in the lifted position and breathe here. Try to slow the breath down. It's harder when you're doing something more vigorous. The heart is working harder. And release. Straighten your legs. Notice how you feel. You can bend the knees or pull up on the kneecaps. Notice if one side's a little harder to pull up on than the other. Notice if that knee gives you more trouble than the other. Maybe lift the toes. Let the breath slow down. Inhale. Feel this meditation, breath meditation. Inhale, nostrils to belly. Exhale, belly to nostrils. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. If you want to add a mantra, a mind tool. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. This means in Sanskrit, that which I am. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. This undefinable aspect of ourselves that we can call stillness, or it might have a spiritual meaning for you from a particular tradition, which is your channel to that. Or it might be nameless and formless. The belief is not that important. Yoga is an experiential knowledge, an anushasanam. You must experience this. Feel your feet. Maybe feel some energy flowing down from your back, down your legs, into your feet. And when you're ready, release. Hopefully you've got some good blood flow happening. So that's something that was inspired by a physio exercise I was given for my hips and my ankles. And I found it energetically very helpful as well and very good in terms of alignment. So we're going to work on stretching one side at a time. I might show this way. Yeah, just for a change, why not? So I'm going to bring one foot forward. So it doesn't matter which one. We start with your easier side, turning your back foot out. You can turn the back foot out as much as you like or as little as you like. It can be better for your hips and your calf to be parallel, but balance-wise, that can be quite challenging. So feel free to adjust according to you. Also, the width of your feet in both directions, you can adjust according to your hips. So about hip width, whatever that is for you. We're going to work on Parsva Uttanasana, one-sided forward bend. And inhale, bringing the arms up. And you could bring the arms side if that feels better, or no arms. Exhale, start to stretch up and out. And if you can, keeping that front leg straight. If it feels better for your back, please bend that knee and bring your belly to your thighs. Important, whatever you're doing, bring the belly to the thighs. So for most of us, that will involve a bent knee. Inhale, bringing the arms in line with the ears. If you can, and come up. That's completely optional. Exhale, so the arms are optional. Please adjust them according to what's going on in your upper body. Arms sides, arms not coming as high. Adjust the legs according to your needs. Wider, both directions, bending the knee, coming up and even down. You can add a breath, stay at the bottom if you like, or keep it moving. During the breath, stay. You can add a stitti, inhale, lifting the chest, coming a little bit up, hands still on the ground, exhale. You can also have blocks under each hand. You could also be using a chair in front of you to come to. So I'm just going to demo as if I had a chair. So if I had a chair, I would come to about here. Have my hands on the seat of the chair, back of the chair, inhale, coming up. After the next one, we're going to stay at the bottom if that's comfortable for you. If you have an eye condition, you might want to do this with a chair so you're not coming all the way down, head lower than the heart. This is a semi-inversion, changing blood flow and encouraging the relaxation response. Inhale, upper back, middle back, lower back expanding and lengthening. Exhale, pelvic floor, lower belly, belly button in, chest falls. Stretching that front leg. Maybe you could make your back foot parallel if you want to stretch that back half a bit. And just to come out of this, just step that back foot forward, your feet are parallel. And just very lazily come out, bring your hands to your thighs, lengthen your spine, bend your knees and come up. After staying in a pose, I really encourage you to come out very slowly. There might be a little bit of dizziness as you experience that change in blood flow. It's demanding quite a bit of the heart. Again, if you've got heart disease or glaucoma, I would encourage you to do this with a chair or a wall in front of you to decrease the inversion effect. We're going to do the other side. So stepping to the back of your mat. Bringing your other leg forward. Turning your back foot out to your place. Just finding the width of your feet, lengthwise and widthwise that works for you. Inhale, bring your arms up to your place, front or sides. Exhale, stretching up and out, contracting the pelvic floor, lower belly, belly button in. Your hands coming to a chair, blocks to the floor, bending the knee if you like. Release the head down. Find your belly on your thigh, whatever that is for you. Inhale, arms in line with the ears, coming out with a straight or bent leg. And exhale, coming down, up and out, contracting from belly to chest. Inhale, upper back, middle back, lower back. Exhale, pelvic floor, lower belly, belly button in, chest falls. Add a breath, stay at the bottom if you like. Inhale, stitti, arching the back, hands on the floor, chair, blocks. Exhale, releasing down. Well, I did more than a breath here at the bottom. Let's just keep staying here if you like. You can leave that stitti or just stay with your head down. If it's too much, come out at any time. Very lazily. And the back foot might be parallel to the front to stretch the calf. And when you're ready, stepping the feet together, parallel. Inhale, hands on the thighs, coming halfway out. Exhale, stay here. Just taking that extra breath to help recalibrate blood flow, nervous system response. Notice how you feel. Forward bends in yoga are known to be anxiety busters. And working one side at a time stimulates one side of the brain at a time. Bilateral stimulation. And physically working one side at a time, helping everything to wake up from the muscles to the nerves. And just notice how you feel doing that breath meditation again in samastiti, closing the eyes. Inhale, feel the breath move from the nostrils to the belly, hands down by your sides. And exhale, belly to nostrils. Light pulling up on the thighs. We're keeping the knees soft and bending them. See which one's more grounding for your body, which one helps you connect to the earth more, pulling up or bending. Feeling the feet. Maybe a little shaking. Inhale, nostrils to belly. Exhale, belly to nostrils. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. Saying this in your head. Integrating the experience before moving on. Just keep in this direction of one side at a time before we finish with forward bend and then come to the floor. So I want you to choose a wall that I hope you have. If you don't have a wall, you can use a chair. And I want you to bring one foot forward, whatever is your easier side, and your back foot parallel to the front. And if you want to add on to this, you can bring the toes up onto the baseboard if you've got a baseboard, and that will definitely stretch the foot in a more intense way and create that arch. But just be mindful how it feels. If it doesn't feel good, don't do that. Don't do that if you have a broken toe, for example, which one of you do, so please don't do that. And you're going to bend that front knee and see if you can intensify the stretch in the back calf. You might need to bring that back foot back. Have a look at your feet, straighten the knee, and have a look at your feet. Make sure they're parallel, the little toe sides of your feet parallel. And then keep that back heel down as you bend the front knee. So you just have to adjust this till you find your place. Inhale. It's a kind of Tadasana warrior, pressing away from the wall and stretching that calf. And exhale, release, straighten the front leg and release the head to the wall. Inhale. Again, you could do this holding back the chair if you like, or a couch. Exhale. Release. Inhale. Staying in the pose. Exhale. Next exhale, I want you to bend that back knee, getting more into the soleus, the deeper calf muscle. And then inhale, straightening the leg, the gastrocnemius, the bigger calf muscle now. You might start to be able to bring the heel back a bit. Exhale, bend the knee just a little bit. Deeper calf muscle, inhale. Heel down. Keep that going a few more times. Really isolating the calf and the ankle and the foot. It's good for plantar fasciitis. Really stretches the bottom of the foot through accessing the fascia, moving into the calf. Connective tissue. And when you're ready, switching sides, you might feel like you have a very different ankle on that back foot. Coming back and just stretching in a wall, down dog, stretching away. And then bringing the other foot forward. So again, your choice whether you bring the toes up on the baseboard or not. That's a bit more intense. Finding your pose, feel the back calf, what it's doing. Try to bend the front knee over the ankle. Goes the second toe. And notice if one side's different than the other. Inhale. Tadasana warrior, pressing away from the wall. Getting that back heel down. Exhale, straighten the front leg and bring the head down towards the wall. Legs are straight. Inhale, bend that front knee. Over the ankle, towards the wall, press away. Feel that back heel. Exhale, release. Inhale, bend, open, stretch. Exhale, release. Doing this around 4 to 6 times. You're practicing at home on your own. And then staying in warrior, Tadasana, hands you can adjust to comfort. The hands can be with fingers facing out or straight out, your choice according to your wrists. Exhale, bending that back knee and feeling the deeper calf muscle, the soleus. As you exhale, inhale, bringing that heel down and feeling the bigger calf muscle, the gastrocnemius. Exhale, bend. Maybe feeling the ankle. If you have tight ankles, you'll feel this in the ankle a lot. And inhale, straighten. Exhale. So when you exhale, bring your heel up and bend your knee. There might be some shaking. Bend that knee and then inhale, straighten. And keep the front knee bent the whole time for this one. Exhale, bend. Straighten. Just do that a few more times. When you've had enough, just stepping back in your wall down dog. Fingers facing up or turning out. You can have any width of the hands you like for your shoulders. Maybe how big your shoulders are. Bend your knees. Imagine you're riding a horse, knees a little bit wide, and press away from the wall. Get a nice stretch through the back. Inhale, straighten, press away from the wall. Exhale, bend. You might get a stretch out under the armpits when you do this too. Have a look at the feet, make sure they're nice and even. When you bend the knees, tracking over second toes. And when you're ready, walking up to the wall. Just take a rest here, forehead on the wall. Let's rest. And feel the breath move in and out of you. Breath slowing down. Notice how you feel. Inhale, nostrils to belly. Exhale, belly to nostrils. Inhale, upper back to lower back. Exhale, pelvic floor to chest. As you inhale, feel the back body expand. As you exhale, front body contract. And when you're ready, coming away from the wall, you should feel very grounded and in your body. At this point, we're just going to end before we come to the floor with a Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Inhale, bringing the arms up. And exhale, coming down, stretching way out. Your arms can be moving sides or front. And you can also, when you come up, rather than having your arms aligned with the ears or at your sides, you can bring them up the backs of the legs. So I'm going to show some variations now. Just keep this going your own timing. So if you want to see the variations, I'm going to show arms at the sides now, which I'm sure you all know. Easier. And when I do this variation, I usually do a namaste as I come forward. So it also can feel a little more circular, a little softer, a little more yin, a little more feminine. And another option is just not using the arms as you come up, sliding the arms up the back legs, if you can, lengthening the back as you come up and sliding the arms up and maybe adding them to your place. Some of you won't come above shoulder height as you come up due to injury. Bending the knees at the bottom as needed to get the belly on the thighs, and then staying at the bottom and breathing here if it's comfortable. You can also do chair forward bend or wall forward bend. I'm going to show the wall one. We did this earlier, so the hands can be halfway or higher as you do a forward bend at the wall. You could be holding the back of the chair or coming down. Release the hands classically by the sides of the feet, holding the big toes with the first two fingers. Putting the palms under the balls of the feet. Find your medicine for your legs and feet, your lower back. This is nice traction for the lower back, decompressing the spine. A lot of us have compressed lower backs, upper backs. These forward bends help stretch all that out. When you're ready, you're going to come down to the floor and make sure that you can see me all. I think we're good. Okay. So I'm going to do about 10 minutes of floor work. We're just going to start with pointing and flexing the feet on the floor, Tadaka Mudra. I'm just going to show it seated for a minute. You're going to do this lying down. You could do it seated in Tadasana if you want to work a little harder. You could do this seated in Tadasana. Inhale, you're going to point the toes. And exhale, you're going to flex feet. Just keep that going. I'm just going to make sure that you can all see my feet. Thumbs up. Can you see my feet okay? You can see them okay? No, down. Okay. So I'm just going to tip the camera down for this part. Yeah, that's going to be better for this part. Class. Do that. Just need a chair for a second. There, you should all be able to see my feet well now. Okay. We're starting to get some sun here in Garden Bay this morning. So if you're lying down, you're going to inhale, bring your arms up to your place. This is like when we did palm tree at the beginning, Tadasana. Inhale, pointing the toes. Exhale, flexing the toes towards the nose as you bring your hands down and pull up on those thighs. You could do this with a pillow under the thighs or under the knees, but I'm going to do it without today. Tucking the chin down on the inhale if that feels good. You could also have a pillow underneath your head or a blanket or two folded so that your chin is approximately in line with your chest. Doing this in your own breath pattern. Inhale, upper back, middle back, lower back. Exhale, pelvic floor, lower belly, belly button in, chest falls. And moving on, we're going to slide one side at a time towards the side. The arms can be at shoulder height. Just make sure you've got some room, and you might want to do this without your mat so you can slide on the floor, at least for your lower body. You can fold your mat so it's just underneath your upper body, or you can have no mat if you prefer. Knees facing up, flexing the feet. As you inhale, you're going to point the toes and bring the leg towards the side. Keep the knee facing up. As you exhale, flex the toes up to the sky and bring the feet together. Other side, inhale, pointing the toes, bringing the leg, other leg to the side. Keep the knee facing up. Exhale, flex the toes. Drawing the feet together. Just keep this going side to side. Arms anywhere that feels comfortable, palms up or down. Start to exhale before you move so that you're using the core to move your leg back in, the mula bandha, the root lock. From the pelvic floor all the way to the belly button as you exhale. Try not to turn that foot out that's coming to the side. We'll have a tendency to turn out, so try to keep it facing up. And just finishing up. Bring your arms down by your sides. Inhale, bring your arms up to the floor behind you. And exhale, bending one knee. So I'm going to start with my right side. I'm going to bend my right knee. I'm going to bring my hand down and slide my heel along the floor up towards my buttocks as the hand comes down by my hip. That's exhale. Inhale, straighten the leg, bring the arm back up to join the other one. Now I'm doing my left side, so I'm moving my left hand down and I'm dragging my left heel towards the center. Inhale, coming back to the starting position, Tadasana Mudra. Do this a few more times. If you want to challenge your brain, you could move the opposite hand down to leg. That's stimulating both sides of the brain at a time. If you choose to move opposite hand to leg. If you want to feel one side at a time, use the same arm as leg. This time both legs, if this feels comfortable. If this is too much for your lower back, do one side at a time. This might be too much, so just be mindful. Inhale, extending out and up. Exhale, contracting in and down. Inhale, extending up and out. And exhale, contracting in and down. Again, you can do this one side at a time. It feels better for your body. This is a core exercise. If you start to exhale before you move, contracting the pelvic floor, feeling the lower belly draw in towards the spine, the belly drawing in. Adding on, exhale, bringing one leg up, one arm down. Inhale, extend that leg up to the sky. And you can bring the arm up if you like. Exhale, bending the knee, bring the hand down by your side, bring the heel down. Inhale, extend the leg out and the arm overhead. Exhale, other side. So adding on, bringing the leg to the sky. Inhale, extend up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, extending out and up. Do this a few more times, side to side. Again, if you start to exhale before you start to move, this will be a core exercise as well. And notice variations. You can keep the arm down while you're doing all that movement rather than moving it up and down. Your choice for more stability, just keeping the hand by your hip as you move. If it feels comfortable to add on, exhale, bend both legs, drag the heels, use the core to drag the heels in towards your hips, hands by your side. Inhale, legs up, adding the arms overhead if you like, or keep the hands by your sides, flexing the toes towards the nose. Exhale, bringing your hands down by your hips, touching the toes down, then the foot down. Inhale, extend out. Again, if this is too much for your back, do one side at a time. Or any other part of the exercise we did, step by step, vinyasa krama, building one step at a time in difficulty, in challenge. Focus on the breath moving you. Start to inhale before you start to move. Start to exhale before you start to move. Still inhaling at the end of the movement, pausing between inhale and exhale. Still exhaling at the end of the movement, pausing between inhale and exhale. And just to finish this up, bring the knees to the chest, or if this does not feel good in your body because of compression on the hips, just Bring the feet down and angle the knees in or not, and rest here as your counter pose. Another counter pose you can do is just the windshield wiper side to side. This might feel like a better counter pose. So options are knees to chest. Exhale in, inhale away, or just staying in Tadasana. Just staying in the asana. Feet down. Angle the knees in, or you can do the windshield wiper side to side as your counter. Just pick your medicine, see what your body is calling for. Or maybe some combination of those variations, those options. When you feel complete, moving to your Shavasana Relaxation, if you like, you can take one of your cushions and put it under your thighs, or any other variation of Shavasana that you would like to do. Just going to stay here for about 3 minutes. We don't usually do Shavasana too long in a morning practice because we don't want to encourage too much tamas or heaviness in the morning. Just a short rest. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. Just asking yourself if you need to make any micro adjustments to feel even 1% more comfortable. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. Inhale, Om. Exhale, Namo. Inhale from the nostrils to the belly. Exhale, belly to nostrils. It's a natural breath, observing the natural rise and fall of the breath. And when you're ready, just starting to come back to transition to seated. If you feel more comfortable, you can end the class lying down. When you're ready, bending one knee at a time, feet to the floor or to the chest, rolling to one side, perhaps the left side, if that's successful for you. Coming up to your seated position, whatever that is for you. And just finding your comfortable place. I'm just going to chant a health mantra to Dhanvantri. Dhanvantri is the cosmic doctor who removes toxins from the physical body, the mental, emotional body, and the energetic, subtle body beyond the body. This idea that there's this energy surrounding us. And this is the medicine form of Vishnu. Vishnu is that aspect of the universe that encourages balance, harmony, the balance of the opposites. In Ayurveda, Samkhya philosophy, there are 20 opposites, balancing all those opposites: hot, cold, soft, hard, dry, smooth, etc. And his name is Dhanvantri. So you might think of an image of balance for you. And it said, with balance comes abundance. And Vishnu's wife, Lakshmi, she's all about wealth, abundance. When we have balance in our bodies and minds and breath, we can experience abundance within ourselves, even if not in our physical world. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinashaya Trilokanathaya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amritakalashastaya Sarvamaya Vinashaya Trilokanathaya Shri Mahavishnave Swaha Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amritakalashastaya Sarvamaya Vinashaya Trilokanathaya Shri Mahavishnave Swaha Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amritakalashastaya Sarvamaya Vinashaya Trilokanathaya Shri Mahavishnave Swaha Swaha. Shri Mahavishnave Namaha. 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 Om Shanti 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 Hari Namaste, Namaskaram. I bow to that in you, which is the same as that in me, the same as that in all, however you choose to name or not name this aspect of existence.